So here we go. Game number 1 in a best of 3 between Cheese Crew and W.H.T.H. Looking for that first week win. Both teams really want to set their season up right. And in order to do that, you got to get that big W. We are 1 game in, looking to see who's going to win that first critical match with an instant fall stat ban on the side of W.H.T.H. I kind of dig that. Take away a global. Personally, at this point, you have to take away the Dahaka. They've already taken away the fall stat. Chances are good they're going to take the Dahaka on you and set themselves up for a global game, and you might be left out in the dark. We don't want that if you're on the other team. So take away that Dahaka. Yeah, boy. Get it done, Cheese Crew. So, the 2 best globals in the game now taken away, leaving only Zagara and Brightwing. Zagara getting her. Let's go with her. Zagara getting her global after 10, obviously, if she goes Nidus Network. Uther first pick. This is the second game tonight where I've seen Uther first pick. I think Uther's strong. I'm still not convinced Uther is a first pick worthy hero. But that's cool. WHTH wants to lock in their hero with that Uther first pick. Let's see how it goes. Back over to the Cheese Crew with their first 2 picks. You know, if I'm them and I see an Uther first pick, chances are good they have some cheese. Let's see if they bring it out. I mean, they are the Cheese Crew after all. And Anubarak Rhaegar. Alright, so Rhaegar's a solid healer. Anubarak's still a really good tank all around, even with the recent nerfs. So I like that. I like the decision to take both of your tank and your healer right away so that you have them. That works well, in my opinion. And off we go to the Greymane races again. Greymane Vala. That is a lot of damage on the side of WHTH. No tank yet, but Greymane Vala. Wow. Alright. I wonder if we're going to see an Abathur here. Give me a tank. Like something beefy that can take a hit. Maybe a Muradin. Maybe an Arthas. And then throw in an Abathur just to mix it up and say, it's cool, man. We can let Greymane solo, and we can run a 3-man mid and let Abathur body soak the whole time. That is absolutely a possibility here. So we might actually see that, which would be interesting. Ah, but the Cheese Crew showing that Sonya ban. Are they going to complete it? And indeed they do. So Sonya getting banned out. Okay, that could work. That could work. That could definitely work. Now Artanis is banned out. I must be missing something because this is the like I continue to see Artanis banned in the second ban phase, and I just don't understand why I'm seeing that. But over on the Cheese Crew side, we now have a noob and Johanna, which is something new for me. If I'm not gonna lie, a Johanna and an Anubarak on the same team. That's mildly surprising. I'm not sure how this is gonna work out for the boys over in the Cheese Crew. And Gul'dan. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how this works out. I'm mildly concerned. I'm mildly concerned for the Cheese Crew. What? All right. Varian Leoric, okay. I mean, look, in all honesty, W.H.T.H has a lot of damage. The Leoric will do a good chunk of damage against second tank. The control of Entomb is awesome. If you can roll a Vala next to that, in a Grey Mane next to that, just doing crazy amount of damage, follow up with a Divine Storm maybe. Like, yeah, alright, I can dig that. Like, Cheese Crew, though, boys, you need some serious damage coming in here. Because you have Johanna and Noob. Neither of those are, like, the highest DPS tanks. So, yeah, let's see what that final pick is for the Cheese Crew. And get ready to actually jump into the game and see how this is going to roll. Alright, then. Cheese Crew sitting on that last pick. Taking their time. Taking their time. Thinking it through. Running the time down. And we get the Stars and Stripes Rainer. Okay. I kind of see it. Alright. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. A team calling themselves the Cheese Crew obviously is going to bring the cheese, right? So let's just go with they have a plan that I'm not seeing right now. But on the W.H.T.H side, we got a much closer to meta pick. So let's go ahead and introduce these two teams. On the blue side, for the Cheese Crew, we got Fatty on the Rainer, J-Dog on the Rhaegar, Decro on the Johanna, Daz playing the Gul'dan, and Crumlock on the Anubarak. And over on the red team, for W.H.T.H, we have Fabulous on the Leoric, Ashrain on the Vala, Mike Check on the Varian, Egard on the Greymane, and Durg on that Uther. This is going to be interesting. If you were to ask me in a vacuum, not knowing anybody and how well they played, I would definitely tell you that, as far as I can tell, W.H.T.H has won this draft. But let's see what happens here. I mean, the only way to figure that out is to actually play the video game, and that's what we're here to do. So, we do have both teams showing on the minimap that they are going to come in mid and come in hard. Leoric already going into that Drained Soul build. I like that. That's a good decision. Variant showing the WWW taunt build coming out. Anubarak going with the Spell Shield, and Johanna going with the block. Against that team, that totally makes sense. So let's see Echoed Corruption coming out on Gul'dan. Let's see how these two teams face off. But it's an interesting team choices over on the side of Cheese Crew. Let's see if that cheese pays off. And out come the cheese emotes. Why am I not surprised? The sprays are running wild now. Everybody's dropping those sprays everywhere. Definitely seeing the field littered with cheese emotes, though. And out comes the first of Rainer's damage, looking to get some kills. But Anubarak may go down first. Oh, so low. And indeed, Greymane gets that finishing touch on the Anubarak. Down he goes. We do see Gul'dan splitting off to the top lane. Greymane going down to the bottom lane. And Leoric on the side of W.H.T.H going to the top lane. So it looks like we're going to get a 1-3-1 on both teams. That's interesting. I'm not sure you want to stick Johanna and Anubarak in the mid lane together like that. But we shall see how that works out, if that's really what they do here. It does indeed look like that is how they're lining up, and not going to rotate to change it. Alright, checking out the top lane. Both teams kind of chilling in the middle. Looks like Gul'dan got a little bit of damage out onto the wall. It'll be interesting to see Life Tap versus Life Drain. Rainer could be in trouble here. Taking a bit of damage. Varian waiting in a bush, but Johanna comes up from behind on that Varian and says, not on my watch. Alright, Gul'dan's rotating around, it looks like, and Anubarak is going to go take the top for Cheese Crew. So it looks like team rotations moving around. Greymane starting the siege camp for W.H.T.H. Rhaegar and Gul'dan starting the siege camp for Cheese Crew. leaving Rainer versus Varian in the bottom lane, Johanna versus Vala Uther in the mid lane, and Anubarak Leoric in the top lane. Both teams successfully grabbing their Siege Giants. Hitting level 4, XP pretty close with W.H.T.H, just a slight lead, maybe half a level. And we should expect the curse any minute now. Speak of the Raven Lord, and he will give you the gift of the tribute spawning. Top lane, right about where Anubarak would want this to be for the boys in the Cheese Crew. Well, looks like Vala's coming up to engage. Leoric taking a chunk of damage, able to Wraith walk away safely. Greyman throwing that cocktail in, interrupting the channel on the tribute. And out comes the damage. Vala getting pretty low. Ooh, she's really low now. Might die, but looks like she is going to escape. Even though we have a chase going on here, Anubarak and Leoric in the top, still tussling over that tribute. And with that, Cheese Crew realizes, oh, hold on a minute. We should go back and we need to get this tribute. Aha, so everybody else is migrating but Johanna. Johanna going into the bottom lane to try and clear that huge wave that's hitting that bottom fort wall. This could be problematic. I'm not sure Cheese Crew wants to overstay this, even though Daz on that Gul'dan just got a ton of health funneled off of the Greymane and threw out another wave of corruption looking to get a kill. Cheese Crew still not able to quite finish successfully channeling the tribute, so it's still up. Johanna almost done clearing that bottom lane. Oh, Anubarak taking a ton of damage. Maybe in trouble here. May actually go down. Greymane getting him really low, but he is able to burrow charge out. J-Dog on that Rhaegar trying to channel, but Leoric able to come in and stop it. However, Vala does die. And that could be, and Varian as well, that could be all the opening the Cheese Crew need to secure this tribute. And there it goes. Johanna going back to mid lane to continue her soak. Rainer taking out the front fort wall with the Gul'dan in the top lane for Cheese Crew. So that may have started ugly, but both teams hitting 7 and getting a ton of value all of a sudden for the side of the Cheese Crew. 2 kills to 1 and a slight XP lead now. Looks like we are going to have a couple of people go grab the Siege Giant camps from the Siege Crew. Vala chilling mid lane with Johanna, against Johanna rather. Vala taking multi-shot talents. Varian finishing off his WWW. I expect Taunt to be the next talent he picks up. Everything else looks pretty normal. Rhaegar did pick up a cleanse. Not... Alright, I guess I could cleanse a Taunt. Both teams picking up their Siege Giants top and bottom lanes respectively. And out comes the tribute, which spawns in a great location for W.H.T.H. Johanna in that bottom lane going 1v2. May not survive, but Anubarak comes down to try and assist. Vala about halfway done channeling. I'm not sure. Oh, Daz just stopping her with that corruption, but goes down. And that's going to be a kill going over to W.H.T.H. Both teams trying to approach 10, but Gul'dan down. That's going to make it a 4-on-5. And I would not be surprised to see Cheese Crew let this one go. So front wall down bottom lane for the Cheese Crew. Front wall down top lane for W.H.T.H. Both teams sitting on 1 tribute each, and both teams chasing that. Level 10. With Cheese Crew being just slightly ahead. Both teams have 2 kills, of course. And Johanna has started the Bruiser camp for Cheese Crew. Meanwhile, Siege Camp, top lane for Cheese Crew, started putting some damage on that fort. Not enough to really write home about, but it's there, and damage has been done. And level 10 has been successfully picked up. Blessed Shield, Ancestral Healing, Hyperion, Cocoon, and Horrify. Level 10 picked up by W.H.T.H as well. It looks like, yep, Divine Shield, Entomb, Vala holding it, Taunt, Cursed Bullet. So, Varian completing his WWW taunt build. And I would not be surprised to see Vala go either Reign of Vengeance or Strafe here. Strafe gets a lot of value with Entomb if Leoric can land a great Entomb. There's a wonderful Horrify to kill Vala off. Great move there, but Raynor taking a ton of damage. Fatty going down next after popping that Hyperion. But that's going to cost Greymane his life. Entomb coming out, not able to get any follow-up on it. D-Shield going onto the Uther to try and keep him alive. Varian so low as well. He may go down all, or 4 of the 5 members for Cheese Crew chasing down the Varian. He is going to escape with his life. So that's going to be a couple of kills and the tribute going over to Cheese Crew. I'd love to see him take boss right now, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and run away from that. Oh, man, that tribute spawned right next to where they are. That should be a curse going over to them, but we'll have to wait and see as all members are alive and making their way to this area. Johanna getting caught out a little bit by Leoric, Vala, and Greymane, but I think that's Varian in there taking a ton of damage, is barely gonna escape, maybe not with his life. However, Uther just came out of nowhere and gets picked off. Vala comes out of her cocoon, not gonna be able to do too much damage. She's looking to try and walk away and does do so. Leoric mounting up and riding away, and that's gonna be Curse going over to Cheese Crew. Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
My curse upon you.
Raynor and Ubrak in that top lane finishing off the first fort for Cheese Crew, taking it away from W.H.T.H. We have a couple people mid right now. Rhaegar and Gul'dan against Varian, Vala, and Uther. Not going to see much value this mid lane with those 3 members of W.H.T.H. there. Meanwhile, Johanna against Greymane in the bottom lane, trying to do damage to him as well as take out this front wall. Raynor now joining the party mid, and it looks like they are going to get at least this fort wall down, as well as possibly the fort. Johanna needs to back off. She's so low as we have Varian and Greymane doing damage to her, but she is barely maybe going to be able to escape. She's kind of still tinkering around with the idea of going in, but that's going to be a fort. Mid lane being taken out. Cheese Crew up with 2 forts going down. 13 versus 12, and keeping their full level lead as they go. And immediately Cheese Crew starting their boss right at the end of the curse, looking to take it as quickly as possible. They actually are doing it pretty quickly. I'd love to see them grab this boss and then immediately go top, because it looks like Leoric and Vala are starting the W.H.T.H. boss. So an invade here would be well done, and it looks like that is what they might be doing. They're certainly moving that way. Boss up top only sitting at just now half health, but now that Greymane's joined the fight, I don't know that they're going to get there in time. They're moving in pretty quick. Oh, barely missing it, but engaging anyway. And this is a 13-on-13 fight. Cursed Bullet has been used. Everybody popping everything, looking to get a kill. Oh, Fear coming out. That's a great 4-man Fear, and everybody oh so low on the side of W.H.T.H. Vala goes down first. Oh, that was a nice Entomb, isolating just Johanna, cutting off the rest of Cheese Crew. And they're going to go ahead and back up and deal with that boss. However, bottom boss, not quite going to be able to get that fort. It is an early boss, only 12 minutes into the game. Top boss for W.H.T.H. finishes off the front wall and the health fountain. Not going to be able to finish off this fort either. So both teams kind of going back and forth, doing about the same. Varian waiting in an interesting spot, maybe looking to scout or pick somebody off. Johanna clearing mid. Johanna attacked by Varian and Uther, not going to go down. Vala also coming in, throwing some arrows that way. Not going to be able to get a kill there, though. Leoric in the bottom lane, pushing in with minions, looking to take out this bottom lane fort for W.H.T.H. He is about to possibly get pounced on, but the tribute spawning just above where everybody is. Looks like they are going to sit there. Big fear coming out onto the Varian just after he popped his W, so he is going to survive. Lots of damage coming out. Curse bullet used, and a Nubrak goes down first. Johanna popping Unbreakable, trying to live, is going to, and Greymane goes down. Vala oh so low, should go down as well. Yes, there's Vala's death. Uther low, Varian low, and Leoric low. I don't know if they want to keep coming in, but Varian and Raynor kill each other. That's going to be a 3 for 2, and tribute going over to the Cheese Crew. So they won the trade, and they won the tribute. Johanna looking to push in a little bit and possibly catch that Uther who's trying to be just behind his fort. Not going to be able to do so. And here we have bottom fort getting taken out by Cheese Crew, looking to push their advantage 16 versus 15 while they have it, along with the fact that they got one more kill than the other team. Oh, Greymane in a bush. Gets out in time, and we do have Cheese Crew doing an invade, but this could go badly for them. 4 members here, 4 members from both teams. In comes the Raynor. Leoric coming down from above. It's not really the best place you want to be, but if they can finish off this Uther, that could spell the end. Oh, a lot of damage coming out. Everybody popping absolutely everything in this small contained space. Gul'dan goes down first. Varian really low. He is going to be able to escape. Greymane, however, is not, and that's going to be a 1 for 1. Plus a keep wall. So, better trade going over to the Cheese Crew with that. Nubrak not happy with what they got. Going in for a little bit more. Not going to be able to get anybody else finished off. Johanna, though, might be getting caught out here. And it looks like we are possibly going to see Cheese Crew back out and just take the tribute. They might be overstaying their welcome, but no, it looks like they are going to go ahead and walk away. Take the tribute and go up 2 tributes to 1 with a 17 versus 16 lead. Alright, and with that, Greymane is up, so now everybody is available on both teams. Cheese Crew, though, pushed all the way to the keep wall or better on all 3 lanes. So doing what they need to try and win this fight. Daz on that Gul'dan, already picking up Cheese Crew's bruisers for them. And it looks like, yes indeed, Cheese Crew is going to go ahead and start this boss. Now, little tip for everybody out there, if you don't see anybody on the opposite team showing on the map, chances are good they're bossing. And I like this move by Cheese Crew. They should be able to pick this boss up and beat W.H.T.H to their boss, which it looks like is where W.H.T.H is moving. That's the right move for Cheese Crew. Go up, try to steal this boss, but W.H.T.H, they're setting up a little boss bush here. Oh, this could work out great for them. Taunt coming out, Johanna going down. Out comes the Hyperion and the Fear. Everybody popping everything. Leoric the first to go down. Greymane in the back line, though, just doing absolutely crazy amount of damage to Gul'dan. We do have Varian getting the Divine Shield, not quite enough. And that's going to be 2 kills to 0 in favor of Cheese Crew. I'd like to see him start this boss here. they can send one person like Raynor or Gul'dan down to get that tribute, or leave it, just get boss. Looks like boss it is, and that's the right decision here. Even if Uther takes this tribute, there's a boss on both keeps at this point. Bottom lane, that boss is gonna get close to taking the keep. Not quite gonna get it, but it's gonna get it might actually. Val is not killing it quite fast enough. It's gonna be close. One more hit. Oh, keep goes down in that bottom lane, and now top lane. We have all 5 members of Cheese Crew pushing with this boss. They could win here. I'm not going to lie, when I saw Johanna Anubarak, I didn't think it was going to work out quite this well, but it's allowing Raynor and Gul'dan to do some crazy amounts of damage in the back. Taunt coming out. Dekra on the Johanna taking a ton of damage, chasing down Varian, and Varian may actually die here. He does indeed. Boss now on the keep top lane. This could be second keep going over to Cheese Crew and giving them a tremendous advantage. That's another kill. Leoric down as well. Tribute is up. Out comes the Hyperion, looking to do a little bit of extra damage. And it looks like with level 20 versus 18, Cheese Crew is going to ignore going down to that tribute and use this mostly dead now boss to finish this core off. Core already at 50%. Looks like they are going to be able to do this. Gul'dan just pummeling the core, as is Raynor. And that's going to be GG game number 1 going over to the Cheese Crew.